Much of my art is based on personal experience and personal emotions. And the photograph that's in the show is a fine example of that. That photograph and the whole installation that it's part of came about because, as an observant Jew and a lesbian, I kept coming up again over and over again with the homophobic parts of our tradition. And most particularly with Leviticus 18:22, which is the part of Leviticus that says that a man being with another man sexually is an abomination. And then the Talmud follows up with much discussion between and among the rabbis about how they see that, and they all basically agree with it. So when I was wanting to make something about my feelings about this, I drew on another personal experience, and that's the personal experience of participating in the Jewish ritual that prepares a dead body for burial. So when I began to make an artwork about this, the first thing I did was look at the Talmud page where the rabbis are discussing toeva, abomination, and what they think about that. And what I did here was use, this is a small version of something that was very large when I actually showed it. I used earth from the Mount of Olives to score every time it says toeva in Hebrew or Aramaic, every time it says abomination, as if to say, we should consider that this is a dead letter, that this is not live for us anymore. Then what I did was, I got, so the linen that the garments are made out of, that the body is dressed in, is very particular. It has to be white, it has to be this way and that way, and all of the sewing, all of the sleeves set in and so on, it has to be hand sewn. So what I did was, I had my printer print an enlarged version of the Talmud page that talks about abomination on the proper white linen, and then I hand sewed the garments. This is one of them. It's quite a whole bunch of, it's quite a wardrobe that the body is dressed in. As soon as I made the shrouds, I felt like this irresistible urge to put them on. When I come into the studio in the morning and open the door and sit down, the first thing I do is say the Shehechianu, or sometimes I sing the Shehechianu. That's our prayer that gives thanks for reaching this time. And when I'm feeling especially anxious, or I'm not sure what I'm doing, or is this any good, it's wonderful, because then I'm grateful for whatever is, no matter what. One of the art communities that I'm part of that is most important to me is a visual artist Beit Midrash, founded by the wonderful artist Toby Kahn, who I know has shown in this museum. And what we do in the visual artist Beit Midrash is study text, sometimes with the help of a rabbi, and then make art and offer the art for critique with Toby and with each other. So being Jewish, my Jewish identity and everything I know about being Jewish is integral to my work. So many parts of our tradition I have no problem with whatsoever. I embrace them, I feel held by them, rooted by them, feel connected to everybody else in the Jewish world. This business about homosexuality being an abomination needs to be updated. And I'm so glad to see that in this show, I'm not the only one who has, the only artist who is saying that in some way, shape, or form. And I would just say that the synagogue I belong to in New York, which is called Beit Simchat Torah, was founded by and led by Rabbi Sharon Kleinbaum for 40 years. She's just retiring, and she's an out lesbian. The synagogue has many gay and lesbian members and many straight members as well. And so this updating, this change, this, I would call it actually not an updating, a widening in who belongs in our community is well underway.